Greetings all, Chronicle of my journey. Today is December the 19th. It is Saturday. We are 2 days post-op. The surgery was actually December the 17th. So I got a couple things I want to talk about, how the day went and how I'm doing now. A very special thank you to all the friends and family who have called, text, inboxed, uh, just anything. Thank you all so very much. I am doing a little better. I'm not gonna say too much better now. I done been up, but I'm doing a little bit better. So I am grateful for all the calls and prayers. Very special thank you to all of the doctors and medical staff at Vanderbilt. They did a phenomenal job. They did everything to calm my fears, answered all my questions. I mean, just a roundabout of people coming in to make sure I understood what was happening to me, if I was okay, was this a choice I made for myself, putting my fear at ease, holding my hand. Like though they really, really, really were phenomenal people. I had a nurse named Shannon. I think that was her name, but I was so doggone high I couldn't remember. But listen, Shannon was the most kind person I'd ever seen. And I really was giving her my very best effort. But between the anesthesia, honey, and me being just sore and wore out, I don't know how I managed to get my clothes on. But sis was just as patient and kind to me. I totally wholeheartedly love that, appreciate that. So let me send my love, thanks, and prayers over to the staff at Vanderbilt. That is what you want your experience to be. For any situation that you deal with, you want somebody to understand what you're dealing with and where you are mentally in the mind space. All the things that comes with having to deal with a life-changing situation. So they were just phenomenal. So thank you to Vanderbilt for that. So let's talk about the day. I got up that morning, Thursday morning, at about 4:15. Got myself together. I drove myself over to Vanderbilt because I did not want to have to wake anybody up at 4 o'clock in the morning, only to have them drop me off and turn around and go back home, go to sleep, and then turn around and have to come back and get me. So I opted to drive myself there. So I got there, check in, right at about 4:45. And it was hustling. It was hustle and flow in that place at that time of morning. I was very surprised. They had a great system lined up. The chairs were blocked off for social distancing. Your temperature is taken as soon as you hit the door. Everybody is 6 feet apart. They got the ground marked. The whole regimen was going at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it got me checked in, and the lady said to me, don't feel bad if you feel like everybody's being called and your nurse hasn't called your name. You're automatically going to be the last one called up to the top of the floor, and that's done on purpose. She didn't give me a reason why. She just was letting me know, don't freak out if you see some people that you got here way before going upstairs before you. I'm fine with that because I can roll on over here and give me a little TikTok in while I wait on y'all to call my name. We got all that stuff situated. She did come on. Now, I didn't wait too long. She came right on down and got me, even though, yeah, she was right. There was several people that were called before me, but she came on, got me, took me upstairs, put me in my room, got my gown, my little crazy little socks with the grippies on the bottom and the top. Got me situated with that stuff and put all my stuff in my little bag, my little clear bag. The first doctor came in. I can't remember her name. I think it's Goulder. Anyway, so I had a series of people coming in just to make sure that they discussed their part in the surgery in the day for me. So I met with the anesthesiologist, I met with the supporting doctor, I met with Dr. Crispins, I met with the nurses, the nurse that was going to take me over the bridge to the other side of the hospital where the surgery was actually going to happen. So they all came in one by one to do their speech, their part, answer any questions that I had. Everybody was very clear to make sure all my charting was correct. And that was done by saying, why are you here today? And I think that's great because please, if I'm here to have a hysterectomy, please don't cut off my left leg. That's not why I'm here. Get this here together. And I respect that. So every person kept saying, why are you here today? What are we doing for you today? And so we got me hooked up. And Nicole, yes, the bear hugger is by far the best thing ever. And for those of you that don't know what a bear hugger is, it is basically a heater that's attached to the wall like a vacuum hose, and it blows heat into your gown. Because of course, your little gown is this little piece of paper, and it's got a thin line of plastic on the inside of it. So once you plug your bear hugger up, it blows hot or cold, depending, you could turn it on the little dial how you want it. Hot or cold. However you want it. And so she got me hooked up with my bear hugger, honey. Once I got good and warm and ready to relax, ready to go on over here and take me a nap, the first person came in and she gave me a dose of gabapentin. And she gave me some type of other medicine. I forget. It's like a muscle relaxer. Something to make me feel calm. So we did that, and we kept talking about, the whole process and what we was getting done for today. They did check to see if I was pregnant. Just the basics of what you got to go through surgery. It was everything was very smooth. Once we got that part done, the second nurse came in to take me over to surgery. And I mean, just phenomenal people, just telling jokes and laughing. Had I kind of been in my right mind, I meant to take their picture because I always like to showcase my journey. These people, I really want the world to know. These people are working hard and they are bringing value to the brand of Vanderbilt. I know sometimes you go to places and you have really bad experiences. However, I wanted to speak on these people because they gave me an amazing experience. I don't even know if their name is on this paper. I'm going to try to look on there and see. But anyway, she wheeled me right on over there. We got in the operating room. And honey, this room is so bright and it's just so fancy. And I said, gosh, I don't even know how y'all find anything here. It's so pristine. It was just like, it was so bright. It was kind of like heaven. I was like, oh my God, this is lovely. Like everything was covered in plastic. You could tell everything was nice and clean. Honey, as soon as I hit the door, they started firing up the machines, and you could hear the beeping on this and the zip zap of that and the Velcro on this. And honey, just before I knew anything happened, the anesthesiologist had come in and talked to me. She said, well, Miss Linsley, I'm about to administer your medicine to you. And I said, honey, come on, because I'm ready for this nap. Because I really was. At that point, I was real tired. I was really going back to sleep anyway. And honey, she said, okay, I'm going to administer this medicine to you. And by the time I finished saying, I'm ready for this nap, child, I was gone. I was knocked out. Honey, all I felt, they were sticking me probes on me. And I felt somebody put something in my head. But when I woke up, it was gone. It was a little remnants of some little glue. And so they done stuck something up on my forehead. Honey, I done slept. I didn't think enough. Thank you, Lord, for medicine, because that was the best sleep ever. Any hoot. So, So pause for this section here. I didn't ask Dr. Crispin's, did she have a GoPro? Because I see some people starting to record their surgeries. I just thought that was a bit much. And Dr. Crispin is a little bit older. She seems to be the more refined doctor. She's not the young go-getter doctor that's on the Segway doing the surgery. But if you want to see what laparoscopic surgery is like, there are several YouTube videos out there that totally clear the way of how that went for me and what that looks like. So feel free to browse YouTube and see what that is. Anyway, so they did the surgery. Now during the surgery, they took the ovaries and tubes out. They left the uterus. And that is because breast cancer tends to run hand in hand with cancer of the ovaries and cancer of the tubes, not necessarily cancer in the uterus. So they left that for that purpose, to take only what was necessary, and B, the uterus will serve as a support structure for all my other organs that's still left in there. And we had discussed this previously, because once you take the uterus out, it leads to osteoporosis early. So it was better to leave that in there to keep me from going into osteoporosis too soon. So after surgery, and I'm assuming everything went well. Like, I didn't wake up. They discussed all these many bad things that I told y'all about on the previous video. They discussed all these things, but I didn't wake up with no whole lot of tubes and wires and bells and whistles. So I just assumed everything went fine. I checked the app because they can communicate to me through the app. I didn't have any messages in there. I only had one message from Dr. Higdon, the plastic surgeon, and he was just letting me know, now that you have your COVID test, you need to stay in the house so that you are not contaminated. So I didn't have any information to come back about the lab, and I probably won't get that until for a few days. So we'd already talked in a previous video about if she goes in to find something and all of that. So that's on the previous video. So once they wheeled me out of surgery, they left me in a recovery waiting area. Now, one thing I did discuss with them is I felt like last time the lady told me I slept for 2 hours after anesthesia, and that's not normal. So I was real clear with the anesthesiologist this time that, I slept a little long, and that seemed to concern that nurse that I did sleep that long. Now, I don't know if that is attributed to me only always getting 2 hours of sleep on any given day anyway, or and that just could have been my body being just tired and it needed the rest. But I was, I just shared what I know to share with the folks so that they can make the best informed decision that they can make, and we can go from there. So this time, I woke up in 30 minutes. So that was great. I felt like that was great. I woke up in 30 minutes. She gently woke me up. This is what I mean. I think her name is Shannon. She gently woke me up, and she just said, "Hey, Miss Linsley, are you awake?" And I said, "Mm-hmm." And she came over, she rubbed my hair, and she just said, how are you doing? Are you ready? Are you ready to get up? And she spoke so sweet. She sounded like, that's just a real sweet people, I'm telling you now. And I kept saying, yeah, I'm up. And honey, I would go right on back to sleep. And after a couple of rounds, hey, Miss Leslie, I'm back. Are you up? How you doing? You woke? After a couple of rounds of that, I finally was like, shit, wait a minute. I do need to get up. Wait a minute. Where am I at? I got to get up out of here. What's going on over here? So I got my bearings together. She got me dressed. The requirement after surgery is that you go tinkle. And she said, well, I need you to stay here till you can tinkle. I said, well, we ain't got to wait, honey, because I got to go right now. She said, oh, that's wonderful. So we got it together and wheeled our way on over to the, restroom. And I had to go do my little thing in there. And so she brought me back and we just kind of sat there. I heard the lady at the nurse station, I heard her calling my dad and telling my dad that I was up and in the recovery and I was ready and he could be heading on that way. And I knew she was talking about me because I think I was the only girl in there. But some just told me that it was me that she was talking about. So anyway, I think her name is Shannon. She said, well, I got to go get ready for another patient who's about to come out of surgery. But you have everything you need because I got everything back on. Like I could do things for myself. But, I just was very unstable and I could be sitting there talking. The next thing you know, I'd be down asleep again. So she got me dressed and I just had my pants just kind of sitting at my thighs because I hadn't stood up to pull them up. But the other lady, there was another nurse that came over. She was scrubbing down the other room because when I looked past the curtain, she was over there just scrubbing away, honey. She was getting that room together. I like that. Get the corona up out of here. I like it. So she stopped what she was doing, came over there, got me up, stood me up, got my pants up, and got me a wheelchair. And got me wheeled down to the lobby because they gave my dad the instructions to call when he was out front. So, of course, my dad did do that. I could hear the lady saying, oh, perfect. She just came out of the restroom. We'll get her right down to you. Something she was saying to my daddy. So, anyway, the lady wheels me on down now. And I got on in the car. So, Aunt Barbara drove my car home. And my dad, I rode in the car with my dad. He likes that. He still wants to be my knight in shining armor. So my hero came and got me on home. And I like that. I like that my daddy wants to do all those things. I think that's great. Got on home. Now, I kept nodding off. Like, my daddy was talking to me in the car, but I don't really know what in the world he was talking about because, honey, I could be asleep with my eyes wide open. I was so doggone out of it. That medicine is heavy, boy. That medicine is something else. Anyway, so I got on home, and I slept for the first day. I slept the entire day and all night, all the way through it. And, let's see. I think that was just kind of how it went. I slept a long time, like a lot. I kept getting a lot of phone calls and text messages. I couldn't answer nobody because, honey, I was out of it. They tell you when you leave that place, don't go sign no contracts, don't read no paperwork, don't do nothing. Go home and get in bed because you are not in your right mind to be able to answer no questions and deal with no legalities. So, that's what I did. I came on, honey, got on in this bed. So after the fact, they gave me cleaning instructions and medication instructions, a number to call in case I have an emergency. So that's kind of how it went. Everything went well, I think. I'm real sore and kind of bloated, so I'm wrestling with trying to get the gas out. I've chewed 1,000,000 Tums. Honey, I done chewed the gas 6. I finally broke down and drunk a Sprite. I done all that I know to do. I really have. And so today, I woke up, and I really didn't do not too much today. I still really was sore. I had some rough patches. I've learned how to get up and down out of the bed without having to use my abdomen, because the more I use my abdomen, the more pain I get in. Hold on. Okay, sorry, back. All right. So I wasn't able to answer a lot of phone calls because they put that tube down your throat during surgery. And I don't know why. It just seemed like it ought to make sense to put some type of lubricant on it. I mean, I don't know if something go on the thing or not, but it hurts like crazy to get that thing, out. I guess, and it just doesn't feel good. So my first few hours, my voice was very groggy and weird. And they did something to my lip. I don't know what them rascals did to my lip, though. Because I got this little bump right there, this little cut. I don't know. But I attribute it to that stupid tube. Anyway. So I've been doing okay, y'all. I'm sorry I couldn't answer all the texts and calls simply because I was asleep. Now I had to go and sleep that off. It wasn't much I could really say. And by the time I wake up and realize I had a text message, phone call, honey, my body said going back to sleep. And hell, that's what I did. So today I haven't been doing too much. I've been asleep again all day today. I didn't wake up real good. I didn't wake up real good till about 6 o'clock p.m. today. I've been knocked out. And finna go right back. That's crazy. It's 1:10 a.m. But I'm about to go back to sleep. I'm about to go right back to sleep. Anyway, that's how this went. So I'm doing well. I got my folks with me. Been here to see about me. And my sister done called and everybody done called and I got everything I need. I tell you what though, you got you some Chick-fil-A at the house and you done forgot you had it and need to warm that up. Put that back in the air fryer. Boy, that is something special right there. That air fryer, I've been slipping. I've been owning the air fryer all this time and they never used it until my friend Mel said something about it. And I was like, I'm going to try to fry this chicken up like that. I done put that doggone Chick-fil-A in the air fryer and tore it up 2 days, Saints. And I'm happy about that because I wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry. I just got an appetite. I'm happy about that. So, it's good. So, that's what we got. Chronicle of my journey. We're going to label this one laparoscopic surgery and post-op. I couldn't do a whole lot of talking that first day because my voice was gone. I was tired. I was sleepy. But I am fine, y'all. I am up and about. I done had me a bath. Not a bath, a shower. I done had me a shower. I just ate. Now, I can't get this gas out. There go my problem. So, if y'all got some magic tricks to get the gas out, I have got to get this trapped gas out. It's kicking my butt. If I can get that out, I'll be cooking. Anyway. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I think that's all I got. They gave me some medication for the pain, but there really ain't nothing I can take except some over-the-counter stuff for the gas. So I already got me some stuff for that. I've been drinking plenty of water. I think that's it. So remember our prayer targets. Make sure you go get checked out, please, sir, and please, ma'am, because this ain't what you want. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. So, that's all I got, y'all. I love you. I'm doing well. Thank you for checking on me. Y'all have a good night. Good morning, rather. That's all I got.